$500 a month right now, but how will they get it to $3,000, $5,000 a month? And that's what we're trying to do here. All right, I wanted to take the opportunity here to discuss a few different topics, more on your personal growth and your training, right? And what I wanted to do was share something from a book that I've recently come across. The book is called Thinking Fast and Slow. And in that book, basically, it talks about how we think fast and how we think slow. When we think fast, it's system one thinking. It's automatic. It's emotional. It's uncontrolled. Think about when you're driving your bike or your car to the office, or you're in an Uber. In Lahore, it's messy, right? The roads. So it's constantly system one thinking, where somebody, cuts you. We've had, our colleagues even gotten in accidents, right? So those are all system one reactions, right? So assuming, 99% you don't get into an accident, a lot of the system one reactions are off because they're emotional reactions. It makes us feel crappy, and we're just basically, just angry. It's negative. And it doesn't require a lot of effort because it's automatic, right? And, again, if I was to stereotype us Pakistanis, and trust me, I've suffered from this also, so I'm not, judging others, I'm judging myself. It's very easy to have that system one reaction. When I was younger, it was all about like immediate, no effort, boom, react, right? And research shows that 95% of the times that's what we do. But as you get older and as you get mature and wiser and experienced, you will realize that system one is not necessarily good. It's more about slow system two thinking, right? Where it's more effortful. It's more controlled. It's more logical. It's more rational. You deliberate. It's more complex thinking, and it's more conscious, right? Sometimes, when we get into these little fights, whether at work or on a personal front, for those that are married, for those that, live with family, right? We get these emotional reactions, right? And whether at work or on the personal front, there's this concept, of, are you willing to die on that hill? In life, we're always on these hills, right? We got to go to this hill, then this hill, then this hill. Those small things, are they worth fighting for? Another way to think about it is, do you want to be successful or do you want to be right? I know for me, when I was younger, it was all about being right. And I would be ready to die on the stupidest, the littlest of hills ever. And then over time, I recognized that, hey, it doesn't matter, right? Let the other person have their way. Who cares? Let it go. And I've talked a lot with our leaders and with some of you also, play the long game. Who cares if somebody wins that little fight or somebody wins that little hill today? Play the long game. Nudge people into the appropriate way. So I'll give you a very real example, right? If you think about what the business development team at Declaration is doing for our Met2Go, which is our leading client, they're literally contacting thousands of doctors and hundreds of hospitals. And they have a client that sometimes isn't very responsive. So it's very frustrating. They're putting their blood, sweat, tears into this work, contacting these thousands of doctors, hundreds of hospitals, and they're not getting a reaction from a client, or not in a timely manner. So from a system one perspective, they're pissed off. It's negative. And it's an appropriate reaction, right? They're working so hard, and they want their work to be recognized, right? Now, they have to kind of coach themselves. Hey, have the system one reaction, but also think about system two. Play the long game. Where will this project be in 3 months, in 6 months, in 12 months? If they constantly do great work and add value, right, the client will recognize it. And day to day, it may not be that good, but over 3 months, 6 months, it's going to be okay. And what's happened on that project is that both Hassan and myself are helping the client understand the value that we provide. Now, if that team was just focused on system one, it would be a very, very negative experience. But I'm hoping that the conversations we've had offline with them, even me mentioning them here in this town hall, they're recognizing that it's a longer game. So the reason I wanted to mention all of this to you is that as you think about your day-to-day, as you think about your activities at Decklaration within the team or with our clients, where is it appropriate to have system one thinking versus, no, wait, hold on, slow down and have system two thinking. And don't expect to change overnight, right? I was a very, very impulsive guy earlier. Many people have heard me talk about, Afridi and Misbah. I was a Shahid Afridi type, right? In my early 20s. And slowly I've become a Misbah type. And it took me, a decade or so to make that transition, right? So just think about how you're going to make some of that transition. And all of you are going to have your own unique journey, right? Some of you might be already good at system two thinking. And some of you are really, good at system one. So how do you make that transition, right? All right. If people are interested in, knowing more about it, you can obviously get the book, or you can watch this video. The person who's come up with this research is a Nobel Prize winning economist. His name is Daniel Kahneman. It's a great YouTube video. I encourage you all to watch it and, come up with your own thoughts around this. And if you have any thoughts, please drop me a note. Would love to talk to you guys offline about it.